Seeing the best in Korea even after a traumatic encounter, Mark Lippert left a lasting impression. He is arguably the most beloved U.S. ambassador to have served in the country for actively engaging with the locals and his ceaseless efforts to create a solid bridge between Seoul and Washington. Right before he left the country he called home for more than 2 years, he gave his final few hours to Arirang TV. Here's our Moon Connyoung with a one-on-one.
Hey.
Hello.
How's everything? Good to see you.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, how's everything?
Good. Thank you so much for squeezing in our interview on this last day here at the Habib House, right?
Yeah, well, anything for you, anything for Arirang.
Thank you so much.
No.
So this is your very final day here at the Habib House and here in Korea. Bittersweet, I would imagine.
Very bittersweet. We're sad to go, but very proud, happy, and excited about the relationship we've built, the accomplishments that have been, put forward under my ambassadorship, but most importantly about our family and our 2 children here that were born here in Korea and have linked us to this country forever.
Right. I mean, you're probably, and I agree with this, the Korean public, the Korean people's favorite U.S. ambassador to South Korea ever. I mean, you did so many things here in Korea. You became an honorary haenyeo. You were spotted at Jimjilbang. You were spotted at ballparks. I know you're a big fan of KBO.
That's right.
You did so many things with the Korean people. What would you say is the most memorable moment? And of course, your 2 children were born here in Korea.
Yes.
As a legacy.
Well, that obviously is the most memorable moment. Those 2 are very special, and we'll always remember that. But some other things that are memorable was obviously the March 5th attack, and it wasn't that it was the dwelling on the bad parts of the attack, which were obviously deeply concerning. It was the response of the Korean people. It was amazing, and it really cemented our thinking that we always believed in, that the Korean people ultimately care deeply about this relationship, care about this alliance, and more importantly, care about you as a human. And that really fueled us to go and do all those things you were talking about, whether it's swimming across the Han River, presenting on award shows, eating a lot of chimek at baseball games, driving my cholesterol levels up. It was a great experience. Well, this over here is one of the trees we planted in our tenure here. We planted 2 trees. This is the one that we celebrated the births of our 2 children here in Seoul, and we thought it would be appropriate to memorialize this here forever.
Right. So, Sejun right there, and Sehee.
That's right.
Sehee was born just a few months ago, right?
That's right.
Yes. And actually, my birthday is right after Sejun's.
Well, see, I knew there was something special about the 2 of you.
Well, thank you. So this is a tree that you planted for your children, and this will be here for years and decades.
Yes, and we hope, too, that it will draw our children back here to
Yes.
Korea as well.
Hopefully, yes, I hope that too. Now, looking back at your 27 months of being in service here in Korea, what would you say are the most noteworthy achievements, not only for you, but in South Korea-U.S. relationship?
What I would say is just a couple points. First, completely aligned on North Korea policy. Right. Second, moving towards full implementation of the Korea-U.S. Free Trade Agreement. Then getting beyond the Korea-U.S. Free Trade Agreement to talk about things like regulatory reform, investment here, that would unlock more opportunities for Koreans and Americans, especially young people working on both sides of the Pacific. A few other things more broadly, what we call the new frontiers: cyber, space, energy, the environment, global health. So we're very proud of all of that. Final point, I would just say, more regionally, stronger trilateral cooperation between the U.S., ROK, and Japan, especially in the face of a very growing, very dangerous North Korean threat, was also an important accomplishment.
But at the same time, with this new administration coming in the U.S., many here in Korea are raising concerns about a possible change in the kind of relationship between U.S. and South Korea the way we know it.
Well, look, I can't predict the future. If I could, I'd probably be picking stocks on Wall Street. But what I would say is this. First, the foundation of this alliance, this relationship, is as strong as it's ever been. Second, on top of that foundation, there are great mechanisms and institutions now that we've put in place over the past several years to promote change, because you want change within the alliance, you want it to stay up to date, but also manage differences of opinion as they occur, just like all families. So using those mechanisms that are very strong and robust is important, but that's a good opportunity. And finally, on the point of opportunity itself, the opportunities are boundless for the relationship. You heard me list a few: security, economics, global issues, new frontiers, energy, environment. These are really critical issues, and there's no shortage of critical issues on which we can cooperate in the next administration going forward.
Now, another hot issue is the South Korea's decision to deploy THAAD missile defense system to South Korea. Now, China has raised objections to that, potentially and probably increasingly becoming a source of diplomatic tension between South Korea and China.
Well, what I would say is first, remember what THAAD is all about. It is a defensive system. It is aimed only at guarding against a growing and very dangerous missile and nuclear problem in North Korea. And remember also that the missile and nuclear threat in North Korea is in violation of countless UN Security Council resolutions, of which China is a member. So I think my advice to the Chinese is, I think the focus of the attention needs to be on Pyongyang. It needs to be focused on their treaty ally and their treaty allies' consistent abrogation and violation of international laws, norms, and UN Security Council resolutions. So what I would say is that, of course, if the Chinese, working with us and the South Koreans, we all want to be good collaborators on a very serious problem, can get the North Koreans to remove their missile and nuclear programs, we would, of course, take a look at redeploying our missile defenses around the world. Because remember, missile defense is ultimately based on threat. We put it where the military threat is. Right now, the threat is greatest from North Korea, so that's why the South Korean government, which is a sovereign government, made a sovereign decision to protect its people in consultation with the alliance and deploy a premier missile defense system to enhance the protection of the Korean people and this country.
So there will be a new ambassador from the new administration coming as a successor to your position here. Do you have a word of advice or tip for him or her?
You know, and this doesn't just apply to my successor, it applies to everybody who will go forward and work on this alliance. This alliance has had a fantastic run of success over the past several years. It's the best it's ever been. Having said that, there are big challenges, right? But this relationship, this alliance, has always been defined by big challenges leading to big opportunities that result in big successes. So dream big, think big, and go big.
What do you think you will miss the most about Korea?
Well, I guess, you know, I mean, it's almost impossible to answer that question other than to say, I guess the biggest regret is that you just didn't have more time. It's the unknown unknowns that make Korea so great. It's the things you don't know about that you discover here that just make it amazing. So I guess what I'll miss the most is ultimately discovering the unknown unknowns and having those surprises each and every day kind of warm your heart, brighten your mood, and really make this job rewarding.
Now, last time we sat down here at the Habib House, I asked you what you would like to have achieved personally by the end of your term here. Do you remember that?
I do remember it well. You were challenging me on my Korean language skills.
So, this is your last day here. I'd like to ask you to maybe deliver a farewell message to our viewers in Korean.
Okay, no problem, but ready to go.
Okay, so.
All right, you're putting me on the spot. 안녕하십니까, 여러분. 주한미국 대사 Mark Lippert입니다. Arirang TV 초대해 주셔서 영광입니다. 서울 생활에 대해 영광입니다. 감사합니다. 같이 갑시다.
Right, and thank you for really being such a friendly diplomat to Korean people, and thank you for showing us what diplomacy is all about. So I don't want to end on a goodbye.
Yes.
We'll end on until we see you again.
Until we see you again, that's right.
Yeah.